I hate Reddit so much. Like, so much. I hated it years ago, and I hate it just as much today. Reddit is one of the biggest piece of shit social media platforms on the entire planet. I genuinely believe there is not a single social media worse or even close to as bad as Reddit. Now, I don't hate it as much as I used to hate it. I used to hate it so much that it was kind of like Psycho. Like, I would ruin my day how much I hated what was happening on Reddit. So, it's not that unhealthy anymore. But I figured back then, 2019, 2020, that the only reason it was so bad is because it was a toxic time with all the politics and everything. But now that things have settled just a little bit and aren't nearly as, like, you know, tumultuous and bad as they were, I decided, hey, let's check Reddit out again. So I've been using Reddit for the last, God, I want to say 3 weeks, a month. And oh my god, it is just as bad as it was, if not even worse. Now, my reasons for hating Reddit have significantly matured. My reasons that I used to hate Reddit was weird. It was like, oh, they're being transgender or something. I don't know, it was some weird right-wing shit. I'm not right-wing at all anymore. I was never, but I was like acting like it for some reason. But my thing is now that I absolutely hate the community here. So the first major issue I have with Reddit is the fact that their communities are completely locked off to people who aren't experienced users. Now, this used to kind of be a thing, that you had to have karma, which are like community points. You had to have a certain amount of community points to engage in specific subreddits, but those were only the ones that had security issues. Nowadays, every Reddit, even though front page, frontline subreddits require so many community points. Like, I'm not joking. 90% of the subreddits right now require you to have been a user for like 4 or 5 months with a completely squeaky clean record, which I think is awful. The only reason I and millions of others even liked Reddit is because we could go there, create a fake account, and just be an asshole and have fun. And, you know, post silly things and see what silly things people say. We weren't like harming or trolling or anything like that. We were just having fun on the internet. Well, that has been completely annihilated. That is not what happens anymore whatsoever. Nowadays, if you want to post about your favorite movie or ask a question to the community, you need to go through so many trials. You have to literally be like an engaged user for months and have, God, probably like 100 posts or 100 comments. Pretty much the only way to gain instant access to Reddit is to make, like, a viral post. That's the only way. Because everything is locked off. I was shocked. Most of the communities don't even let you comment anymore. Unless you have a high karma score. They treat karma like it's your fucking credit score. You can't even fucking say hi on posts without it being like, sorry, you gotta have higher karma. So that's my first huge gripe with it. My next huge gripe with it is the fact that the community is super, super aggressive. I mean, just absolutely hostile. Now, it did not used to be like this. It used to be, yes, hostile if you were stupid or you did something bad, but for the most part, if you were friendly, everyone was friendly. It was fine. Nowadays, not the case. Even if you say everything right and do everything right, as soon as you lose any momentum in the conversation, maybe you say something they thought was a little irrelevant or a little rude, then they will start dogpiling on you. And then they will just start downvoting you, which is the next criticism. Downvotes are so annoying. They're good at idea. You know, keep the good comments at the top, keep the bad comments at the bottom. What ends up happening, someone has a grudge on you that, you know, others agree with, your true information gets censored and put at the bottom, their bullshit gets risen to the top. It is bullshit, and a lot of these community members are straight up liars. They just lie and make up whatever the fuck they want about anything, and if it's the flow of the community, you will be completely silenced and they will be completely promoted. They get so angry, and it's just absolutely retarded. I'm gonna say it because I don't give a fuck what Reddit thinks. They can suck my twat. Reddit sucks dick and is totally retarded. There, I said it. Reddit is literally just everything wrong with the internet. It's just a hate machine full of downvotes and angry arguments. And I'm not even talking about political, transgender, anything. I don't give a fuck about any of that anymore. I just think Reddit is disgusting and has become a cesspit. The other thing Reddit did that pisses me off is that they have increased the censorship up to 11. It used to be if you made an offensive joke that was off color or they didn't like it, then they would downvote it and you would be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that, and then you move on. Not anymore. Nowadays, if you say something even mildly offensive and the community does not like it, which is going to happen most of the time to most users, then guess what? You're fucking banned. Yeah, you'll be fucking banned. It's bullshit. Let's say there's a post about the Holocaust on Reddit, on just a random history subreddit that's kind of edgy even. And they're all like, damn, this was a fucked up thing that happened. And they're all saying stuff like that. And you made a joke being like, 9 or something stupid. They'd be like, oh, banned! And they will ban you completely into the ground. And they will make it so you can't even make another profile, right? It's like, I'm sorry, you are making too many profiles. The only positive thing I like about Reddit is that if you post something on it, it will get a lot of views, which is why I think they're so heavy on the censorship. It will get so many views. Every post I ever made on Reddit got like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 views. I even had a couple posts with a couple million views at one point. But those views are really ultimately no good if at the end of the day, there's a bunch of bullshit in the comments. Like, I went and checked on my book, because yes, I'm a little narcissistic, and there were some posts over the last, 2 years, just, about the book, and they were not hate posts, they were just regular posts, like, hey, look at this book, and the Redditors were like, this is Nazi horrible garbage, I bet he used AI, and because that was the community tone, that was upvoted to the top, the proof of the contrary was downvoted to the bottom. When I saw that, I was like, this website's a fucking piece of fuck. Luckily, no one cares about Reddit, no one takes it seriously, and no one really gets information from it and takes it seriously. So that's really, helped me cope with how bad Reddit is. But Reddit is bad. I'll admit, they do help out in some good things sometimes. When there's like an emergency, Reddit can come through. But for the most part, Reddit just looks at you and goes, fuck you. I mean, seriously, Reddit is awful. 0 out of 10. I really think that the owner of it, the CEOs of it, need to just take a step back and go, I've alienated 90% of what this site's user base was. Because the site used to be filled with people that were kind of edgy. Not like, Adolf Hitler, yes, not like that. But just like, a little edgy. People who were humans and had sex with girls and had experience in life and told jokes. And they have just removed that completely. They've alienated everybody. On Reddit, you are either a complete normie who does everything normally and perfectly normally within society's view, or you're a piece of shit who's gonna get banned, or you're just a faceless talking head posting information. Reddit is just awful. And you know what? I'm gonna give one more complaint about it, but this is not Reddit's fault, this is my fault, but I bet a lot of you agree. Reddit is designed in a way to bait you so much into being shocked or angry or ready to respond. You will spend hours on Reddit. There have been weekends I've had before, like 2 or 3 day weekends, where I'm like, all right, gonna play some video games. But then I get on Reddit, and I'm talking on Reddit all night, and I'm like, fuck, and then it's morning, I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. Next day, I'm like, oh, Reddit notifications, Reddit all day, Reddit all night. This is fucked up, and I think it's completely on purpose, but I'm gonna say it's not their fault for now, but I'm pretty sure they're doing that shit on purpose. So, that's all. That's why I still hate Reddit so much. See ya. Oh, actually, wait, one last thing. I noticed one really fucked up thing on Reddit that pisses me the fuck off. I mean, it enrages me. So, on Reddit, they are strictly like, we're good people, we play with our cats, that's all we do. And they always act like they're good people, always doing the right thing, and they're always like, we hate trolls. We are anti-troll. If you look on every subreddit, they're like anti-troll. So you'll get into a deep conversation with like the moderator or a high-up ranking person. And it'll be a deep conversation, and you'll get really into it, and when they lose the argument, suddenly they're like, ha! You're mad, bro. I was just joking. I was just messing with you. What is that called? Trolling!